Welcome back. Today I want to make a video and address one big thing. The inner critic versus the inner genius. You are a genius. No matter what people say, no matter what you feel or are thinking, you are a genius. And let me tell you why. Our bodies, our minds, everything that we experience in our lifetime is almost similar to a computer if you think about it. Now, if you understand how computers work, you have the baseline hardware. Now, that hardware can only run the programs that are designed to run on it. So, just like if you were to put diesel in your car that doesn't take diesel, it can't run it. So, your computer has a lot of potential based on what's built inside the processor and all these things. Say if you got a top of the line computer, just like a human is one of the top of the line species that we know of, that can cognitively think about so many things and can explore, travel the world, and as soon as possible can invent physical objects to modify the standard of their living. We have so much ability here. So we humans can do so much, but given the information that we take in and the things that we learn, the things that we do, and the things that essentially downloads, everything we hear influences our life, everything we see influences our lives, everything we eat influences how our body responds. So everything that's going on in our life does influence our life. And your brain waves responding differently takes in all of that information, and your brain, unlike you, because you can assume things are real or fake, but your brain does not know what is real or fake. And the reason that we can say that is because if you're watching a scary movie and you ever jumped, it's fake, but you jumped anyway and you got. So you proved it. Now, your brain doesn't know what's real or fake, but you should. But that doesn't mean that your brain doesn't take it in and believe it anyways. Your subconscious mind is always active and working, and that is basically like your second mind. Everything you're thinking in a standard situation, you've usually lived similar situations like this before. You've learned how to flow through it, you've learned how to get past this or whatever. So your brain kind of autopilots through a lot of it. Then directions are given to your subconscious mind based on the results of actions that you've taken, and that becomes how you live your life. And your mind tries to avoid putting yourself in situations that will be painful. So if you've ever hurt yourself, as far as broken a limb, had a tragic experience, car crash that led with or ended with you breaking several bones and stuff like that, and now you have fear of getting behind a wheel in an automobile, or the fear of getting back on a football field because someone broke your leg and it was a bad experience for you. Your brain creates the fear that stops you from advancing when you've downloaded information that says it's not good for you. So essentially, your body through positive reinforcement, your mind through positive reinforcement can believe it actually can do things, and then will actually start to achieve those things, and you'll see your life drastically change. Your subconscious mind and your mind in general is so powerful that, again, you might not even realize all the things that you're keeping distant based on the things that have happened before, and you're not trying to ever have that happen again. And you hear it all the time in success stories, all these companies that say we were at rock bottom, we were sitting there about to have to sell everything, go under, and against all odds sat there and we said we have nothing else to lose, we'll never get to this point again, we're gonna come back up and we're gonna do all these things. And they do it because they say and they set in their minds that this is not going to happen to me anymore, and this is not the standard of living I'd like to get. And then they skyrocket up. All it takes for you, the same. You don't have to be a big corporation. You don't have to have a lot of education. You don't have to have a lot of things. Even some of the most influential men in America, like Benjamin Franklin, didn't have much education, but what he did have was the understanding of the mastermind principle, and all these other things that happened in his life led him to meeting more people that got him to think the right way, because again, his environment helped create him, but he created the environment by getting those same friends, by changing the way he acted. Because in his earlier life, Benjamin Franklin was getting in tons and tons of arguments with a lot of people, and he really didn't get along with a lot of people, according to history. But then one day, it changed when someone wrote him a letter and said, "You're really a jerk," essentially. And he changed his life, and you can read about it, and you can go and figure it out yourself, but you don't need a lot of education, you don't need a lot of money, you don't need a lot of anything else. All you need to do is be you, the person watching this video, the person with the mind, and realize that you can reprogram your mind based on the things that you take in on an everyday basis. This video is feeding you good energy. This is feeding you great information because it's saying for you that you can leave this video, go to my page, watch a ton of more videos that will build you up and give you the information and keys to go and change your life.